today's video, we'll be looking at the new Snake Eyes and Timber Deluxe package. Snake Eyes and Timber number 52, G.I. Joe Classified series on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
Hey, out there in action figure land, Way I Got It Figured, back with another G.I. Joe Classified review. This time, Snake Eyes and Timber, number 52, deluxe package. I got these guys on Amazon.com. I could have gotten them on Pulse, I guess, but it's faster. Amazon is faster, so I had some money burning a hole in my pocket, so I went ahead and got them. So here's the front of the package, some nice artwork up in the high Sierras. Snake Eyes' cabin, where certain times of the day when you look over the mountains, it looks like gold. They gleam like gold, according to G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Got some custom artwork of Snake Eyes starting on the left of the package and then moving to the side. Then on the back you have kind of the tail of the tape with a glamour shot of Snake Eyes and Timber, and then Snake Eyes' weapon loadout, his figurative height, 6.3 inches, 160 millimeters, all of his accessories, Timber, and then his stat block is here, as well as the traditional spot here. So that seems to be a new thing on the closed box packaging. One of the things that I would have preferred is that they gave him a new stat block. When they first announced all these figures, they were saying that each figure is sort of, they're configured for a certain type of mission or whatever like that. So maybe Snake Eyes would be using different skills on different missions, and so you could then show different skills. Because these are not the only skills he knows; these are just the ones they choose to highlight, right? But it is what it is. I get it. I would prefer that they do these for different versions of characters. Anyway, that's just editorial. Let's get Snake Eyes and Timber out of the box. So this is how they come in the package. Snake Eyes and Timber in the tray here. Just got to cut them out a little bit, and then you have the weapons locker with 52 on it. It says Snake Eyes and Timber. I really like this. I think that they're doing an excellent job with the packaging. I mean, they own all of this, they being Hasbro, so there's no need to cut corners, or you can kind of give a quality product. I also think that because G.I. Joe skews to an older audience, that's why you don't get this sort of thing on Transformers. They're just sort of put in the package and it's like a white little bag. And then the same thing in Marvel Legends, but that's licensed, so there's cost cutting going on there. But this is very nice for what it is. All right, now we're really going to get them out of the package. So here are Snake Eyes and Timber out of the package. My Snake Eyes was actually in package like this, which you can see if you rewind the video, but he literally looked like he was in there like tied down, like he was captured by somebody. I thought it was kind of cool. They sort of did it that way, but here they are out of the package. Get a good look at them, and we'll go into it. Alright, so here's Snake Eyes and Timber. I cleaned up their poses a little bit. First thing I want to do is compare the Timbers So I have the Alpha Commandos timber here. I want to do kind of a comparison between the two. My initial kind of impression is that the timber that came with the Alpha Commandos is a more real wolf. I do remember that the 1985 version of timber was more or less kind of a white wolf, but he wasn't really white. He was kind of a grayish plastic with white underneath. And unfortunately, I didn't bring my 1985 timber to show you that, but perhaps I'll shoot some pictures of it and show you why I prefer, in general, the Alpha Commandos version. So they both look cool. Hasbro's been really killing it with the animals that come in the sets, and it's not like I don't like this timber. I just still kind of prefer the Alpha Commandos version. But I can't say that this one's 100% inaccurate, because various toys, particularly in the 25th anniversary collection, there were white timbers, and then later they started making gray timbers. And the original timber from 1985 is not quite this gray, but he's also not quite this white. So there's that. If anything, I would say that this one has more of a basis for the colors of timber on the cartoon. But that's not where my preference for it comes from. It just seems more realistic to me than this timber. So this is going to continue to be my timber, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to make it sound like I don't like this timber, because, he's great. It's just, it's only one timber. I only need one timber. I can have 5 or 6 snake eyes, but there's only one timber. So yeah, so there's that. For the purposes of this video, though, he'll be with him. So next, I'm gonna pull the accessories out. So here are the accessories from the weapons locker. You get these little cardboard thingies that have the various weapons in them, accessories. So we're gonna go ahead and open them live on camera. I normally don't do, but for this package I will. Cut some tape. Out pops the Alley Viper rifle. Just sort of an AK-ish, AK-47-ish type of weapon. Modern day anyway. Not quite as AK-ish as what comes with the Cobra Officer, but submachine gun type weapon. There. And here comes the grapple gun. It also comes with the Alley Viper. It's cool. Snake Eyes repels from things, climbs things at times, but I do think it's somewhat limited by the fact he doesn't have a backpack, so he's sort of packing weapons that there's nowhere for him to store. Here's the scabbard for his sword. It's the same scabbard as what comes with 00 Snake Eyes and most of the other variants of 00, 02, and Fortnite. So here's the scabbard there. And then last, certainly not least, is the sword itself. Popularized from 1985. This one's got some paint apps on. It's not straight black. And that's cool. Then we have the little G.I. Joe total baggie. And in that baggie is a bevy of accessories. The Beretta that the Snake Eyes figures generally come with. A silencer that works for the Beretta. It also works for the Uzi 9mm. The third Alley Viper weapon, sort of weird custom submachine gun that they came with. Also came with in '89. The kind of burqa or whatever you want to call it, which also comes with Stalker. Knife for Snake Eyes' knife holster. The second angry head for Timber. And extra hands that normally, that originally came with 00 Snake Eyes. So he got these hands on a regular release, which is kind of cool. So here's all the accessories in the bag. I don't have anything missing. There have been reports of people saying, oh, everything's not here, and getting mad at Hasbro and asking for replacements and all that kind of stuff. Nothing like that. The only thing I can see right off the top of my head that maybe isn't the best is that the Beretta is like ludicrously crooked. But I can, I can heat it up with a dryer or something and straighten it out. It's not a big deal. Generally, I don't have him displayed with the Beretta anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in the holster, and then I'm gonna take the silencer and stick it in its hole there. Then I'm gonna grab the knife, stick it in there, and it fits in there. Unlike the initial 02 and 00 releases, the knife wouldn't go in, so there you go. Perfect, goes in perfectly. We're gonna scabbard his scabbard. We're gonna scabbard his scabbard. We're gonna put the scabbard in the holes in his belt and his back, like so. And actually, I'm actually going to store it. I don't have an 02 Snake Eyes anymore, but if I ever get another one, that one I guess will hold the sword. I'm gonna leave everything as it is kind of right now, because what you get with this one that you don't normally get is the different hands. So I want to sort of those hands in here. The only thing I would probably prefer, if I could have a preference, is that they gave him the pointing hand, so you could do the 1985, kind of a 1985 box art pose. And I suppose if you had a straight, one of the O2s, you could use one of Cobra Commander's hands or whatever like that, because he comes with the pointing hand. So you can do it. But those Snake Eyes also don't have necessarily removable hands either. There you go, Snake Eyes with Shuriken. Climbing thing. There you go. I've looked over the boots of different characters, and these boots don't seem to go to anybody. If I could think of anybody that they might go to, it probably would be Breaker, but I don't have my Breaker anymore to compare them against. I am going to pick up another Breaker here soon, but for now, I can tell you they don't match Flint, they don't match Stalker, they don't match anybody of a normal size with a regular boot that I have. So the rest of this is just straight reuse from all the other Snake Eyes figures that are, using this body. And I think this is the best looking one of the bunch. Not just because of the boots. Not that the boots hurt anything, but I just think it looks cool. It's a cool version of Snake Eyes. Now, in my Stalker review, I threatened to display him with, I said, maybe what I would do is remove the grenade belt and display him with kind of the scarf kind of deal. But as I've seen in a couple of videos, it's kind of thick, and it doesn't really sit on him all that great. Even though they have it on the promo art on the box, it just doesn't have the best fit. It's just kind of sitting on there. It doesn't look natural. You can actually take it off without taking the head off. Now, I know that this is actually a separate piece to the figure, but I think getting it off will require you to take the at least take one of the arms off to get it off, and I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that far. So but I'm also not 100% convinced that removing this would make this fit any better. Right? I don't think it does. I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Just because how thick this is here, it's just very thick. I would dare say it actually fit better on Stalker, believe it or not, after having it in hand. So I'm gonna put it back on, put Snake Eyes' grenades back on. Turn him to stock. close them up. Get Timber and Snake Eyes ready for their glamour shot in the YouTube picture. I always like to do custom poses just in case anybody was wondering. So there you go. A couple of comparisons and final thoughts. All right, final thoughts on 52 Snake Eyes and Timber. Snake Eyes is my favorite character in G.I. Joe. I make no apologies for it. I'm sure there's a lot of people who feel the same way, and maybe some of the ones that pretend like he's not are just pretending. As long as they're good, you know, they can kind of keep making Snake Eyes, and it's going to be awfully hard for me to resist getting them. I didn't get this initially, but having it in hand, I think it's totally, you know, a different look for Snake Eyes. As Larry Hama once said in the letters column of G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes isn't a slave to fashion. So, different looks for everybody's favorite Ninja Commando, baddest man alive, silent master, you know, are welcome to me anyway. You know, this set, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It's Snake Eyes, but it's also a lot of reuse, so can't exactly give a reuse a 10 score, but it's a welcome set. Go along with my Alpha Commando Snake Eyes, different mission profile, yada yada. But 1985 Snake Eyes is, you know, sort of what the one this one is based on. Holds a special place in my heart. For my original O-ring figures, the only one well, one of the very few ones I have left, is one of my copies of 1985 Snake Eyes and Timber, version 2, Snake Eyes with Timber. So, yep, Snake Eyes. Well, I got it figured, 9 rank. If you guys like the video, please subscribe, give me a comment, and click the notifications bell for when I have a new video up. Until then, everybody be safe. I would like to see everybody back for the next video. Take it easy.